guys, it's me, Erica Michelle, and in today's video, as you guys can read from the title, today I'll be telling you guys how to succeed online, some tips and tricks that I've gotten from taking online school for quite some time now. If you didn't know, I just took 4 courses during the summer, 2 for the first session and 2 for the second session. So they all were online, so I did that all summer. I also took online classes at the end of like the spring semester because of Rona. I also take online classes throughout the year sometimes, but I feel like I'm not a professional at online school, but I have taken quite a lot of courses. I want to say probably over 8 courses, probably 12 max courses online. So I feel like I've gotten some tips that not a lot of people like really think of and are like, okay, I need to do this in order for me to succeed online. So if you guys are interested in watching today's video to see some of the tips that I have for y'all, then make sure you go ahead and keep on watching. So I wrote 14 tips down, so if you guys see me looking down, it's because I'm just reading off from what I wrote. So the first tip that I have for y'all, which is very obvious, is to get out of your bed. Yes, I know, as easy as that sounds and as stupid as that sounds, you need to get out your bed. If you don't get out your bed, you're just gonna wanna sleep, be lazy, take a nap, be on your phone, and not be productive. At least for me, I don't like doing things on my bed. I don't like staying in my bed too long, because if I do, then I lose the motivation in doing whatever I have to do for the day. The second tip is to get out of your PJs, get ready, shower, and pretend you're going to school. So I know since Rona is happening and everything all around the world, a lot of classes, a lot of schools and campuses are going straight to just online. UNC Charlotte, where I go, we're actually doing hybrid. It's actually doing some courses online and doing some courses on campus. I get to do that. I get to go back on campus, but I also have some classes online, which I'm already used to, so it's whatever at this point. I feel like if I don't have a set schedule, if I don't try to get ready, I mean, I don't have to be wearing this kind of top. As long as I can get out of my PJs of what I've been wearing when I went to sleep, I can throw on some Norts and like a big shirt or whatever and just be like, okay, I'm being productive like that. As long as I get out of my PJs, I can shower, make it seem like I'm actually going to class, then I feel like your mind is just gonna be like, okay, you're trying to be productive. Let's just get to it. The third thing is to switch up your workplace. I'm not saying like go to the library. I don't know if it's open, but I'm not saying have a whole desk for yourself at your house, because I know not a lot of people have like that option. They don't have like a library close by, or they don't have a desk. But switch up your workplace. I know you can just go ahead and do some of your homework in the kitchen, in the living room, on your couch. I have actually this like desk thingy. Let me show y'all. I have this thing. I don't know where I got it from. This is years old, but usually if I don't want to do my homework on the table, like the desk table, or if I don't want to do it on the kitchen or dining table, then I get this and just lay down on my lap, and I put my laptop here or like whatever notebook I need, and I do homework or edit or whatever. Sometimes I do it in my bed. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I have that option. They're pretty cheap. If I can find anything like that, I'll link it down below for y'all. But switch up your workplace. I know some people are productive on their bed. Me, I am not. If I'm laying on my bed, I'm not gonna want to be productive whatsoever. So switch up your workplace. You can go to the library if it's open, go to a park, go like on a picnic table and just like do your homework there, or you can just go ahead, go outside your house, go on the table, go on the kitchen table or the dining table, whatever, but just switch it up a bit, because if you stay in one spot the whole entire day, you're gonna be like zoning out. You're not gonna be wanting to be productive. So the fourth one is treat online school like it's regular school. Treat it as if you're actually going to campus, actually going to school, going to wherever school you go to. Treat it like you have to get ready. You have to wake up at a certain time, get out the door at a certain time, get to class at a certain time, get out of class at a certain time, and then go to your next class. Just treat it like that. If you have a set schedule and trick your mind a bit and be like, okay, I need to do this at this time and this time, and then at this time and this time I'll do this other thing. Does that make sense? So if you treat it like that, like with the schedule and set times, I feel like that's very helpful. At least for myself, I feel like that's been very helpful for myself. The fifth tip that I have for you guys is to use your planner. I know not a lot of people like to use their planner. I'm a little iffy with using my planner, but I would say use your planner or like the notes on your phone or like a post-it note or whatever. That's what I like to do, because I like to make sure I write down when things are due, what I have to do for the day, like a to-do list, put it on my notes in my phone, or I get a post-it note and have it with me. So if I don't have my planner aside from me, then I do those other options. I feel like that's very helpful, because if you see what you have to do right then and there, you're like, oh, like I need to do this. This is due tonight. I haven't even worked on it. So I feel like using a planner or like your post-it notes or like the notes app on your phone is very beneficial and helpful because you can like just check it off and be like, okay, I did that assignment. Good. I have to do this next one, or I'm done for the day. The sixth one is don't underestimate your schoolwork and like your assignments, your classwork. Oh my gosh. I know no one is perfect. I know I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do underestimate it because sometimes I'm like, okay, I have this assignment and whatever. I'll do it tomorrow, the day that is due. And then when I'm trying to do it that day, I'm like, holy I need more time. There is no time for me to finish this, whatever, in like today. So don't underestimate your schoolwork. Whenever your professors or your teachers post that online onto your Canvas, Blackboard, Moodle, I don't know what other things that people use, but I know at UNC Charlotte we use Canvas. So when your professor posts that on there, check to see what you have to do. Just skim it and be like, okay, I can do that today, or I can do that in a few days or whatever. Just skim it just so you have a brief idea and be like, okay, I know what I'm gonna have to do and I have to give myself this certain amount of time to actually complete it and finish it. And also you'll be able to ask your professors or teachers if you're able to check your assignment before it's due, like a few days before it's due. Ask your professor or your teacher for help if you are confused with what they're trying to have you do. Number 7, like I did just say, basically email your teachers, message them, ask for help when it's needed. They're there to help you out. They're not there to scare you. They're not there to like bite you. They're just there to help you out. They're there to help you succeed. At least I know the professors that I've had at UNC Charlotte. They are very kind, very sweet. I love every professor that I've had. They want you to succeed. Email them. They get happy when they get an email, they get a message from y'all because you are reaching out and they're gonna remember your name later on and be like, okay, I'm gonna like consider, okay, Erika, she was messaging me, asking me for all this help. She was going out of her way compared to this other student. So then later on, some professors, they like consider, be like, okay, this student tried more by reaching out compared to this student. I'm gonna help the student out with the final grade. Sometimes professors do that. It's worth a shot. Just go ahead and ask for help. Even if it's a simple question that you think may be stupid, but you still don't know the answer, just ask. The 8th tip that I have is to take a break, but take a break from your workspace. So let's say you're doing your homework at your desk, right? So you're getting tired, you're dozing off, you're just not paying attention. Get up, don't sit there, move to another spot and just do whatever. Watch some TV for like 10 minutes, be on TikTok.
I know I love TikTok.
Recently, my boyfriend and I, we've been playing Subway Surfers, so play Subway Surfers if you want. I like to switch up my workspace when I am like dozing off and I feel like I need a break. Don't get on your phone when you're at your desk because then whenever you're out of your break, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. So just get up, move around, lay down on your bed, go upstairs, lay down on your bed, then go back to work. A break is not going to hurt you, but don't make the breaks like every 10 minutes. The 9th tip that I have is to use Google Drive. I know not a lot of people actually use Google Drive. I'm not the biggest fan of Google Drive, but because of online classes, I am like the biggest fan of Google Drive at this point is what I'm trying to say. The reason why is because since I have so many different classes online, I feel like it's very helpful and beneficial to have Google Drive and to have different folders on your school account. So I have a lot of different emails. The one email that I use specifically for school is my EDU account. I go on there, go on Google Drive, I do like a new folder, I call it whatever class it is, and then I go into the new folder and I create like a new file, like a new document, whatever it's called in Google Drive, and I title that what the assignment is and I do the assignment on there. So I feel like if you do that with every class, you stay organized and not everything is all bundled up and just like you don't know what is what. So try to make yourself different folders. I feel like you can do it with Microsoft Word and like Microsoft Office, whatever it's called. I have it on my laptop, but I personally don't like using Microsoft Word that much. I mean, if I have to, I will, but if not, Google Drive is actually a little bit easier to just go through, if that makes sense. So on your desktop, if you have a MacBook, just go ahead and create a folder and name it that class. Sometimes I also do that whenever I do have assignments that I have to do through Microsoft Word or like Excel and stuff. So I name it the class and then I drop that document in there just so everything is all nice and organized and my desktop is not cluttered with different files and documents and who knows what. The 10th tip that I have is to check your grades frequently. I cannot stress this enough. For example, literally I just took a class and my professor did not fix my grade and I had to email her twice for her to realize she needs to fix it. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I saw your email, but then I totally forgot. Check your grades frequently. Your professors are not perfect. We're not perfect. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Sometimes, like if you do an assignment, they're like, oh, you didn't do it. Go back and be like, I did at this time. Screenshot and show them when you did it. Let them know and be like, okay, yes, I did turn this in, but I got a 0 for it, or I don't understand why my grade is what it is. The 11th tip I have is to check your emails and also your like Canvas messages or whatever, because you never know when a professor is gonna say something important and you're like, okay, this due date has changed, and you're like, oh no, the due date is like this day, all right, whatever. And then when you try to turn that in, it's like late because the professor changed the due date. So make sure you check your emails frequently, check your Canvas messages or whatever you have frequently, just in case something important pops up. You don't want to miss it. I'm always checking all my emails, business emails, school emails, anything emails. I always check my Canvas to see if I have any announcements that the professors have left or any messages they have sent me. I'm always on track of that because I don't want to miss anything that's important, because later on you're going to regret not checking it and be like, oh, my grade is where it's at because I didn't check that because I was being lazy. The 12th tip that I have is to watch lectures, PowerPoints, check your notes, or like check whatever the professor posts on your Canvas or whatever before class starts, if that makes sense. So let's say, for example, you have lecture Wednesday at like 9 in the morning, but the professor like posted the slides like a few days before that. So just go over like the PowerPoint just so you have a brief idea of what the lecture is going to be on Wednesday at 9 in the morning. Just so whenever you get there and you saw something that didn't make sense the other day that you checked the PowerPoints, you can ask your professor during lecture, like on Zoom or webex, whatever you guys use. You can ask your professor and be like, hey, I had a question about this the other day, and also like I have a question about it today because I'm a little confused on how you're explaining it. If you can like tell me a little bit more, like a little bit different and like a different detail or whatever. It doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to like watch your lectures or just like skim through it before class and whatever. It will help you at the end. In my opinion, I like to do that just so like I have a brief idea of what I'm about to learn for the day, if that makes sense. The next tip, this one is a long one, so I'm gonna read it because what I said was very good and I feel like I can't reword that in a better way. So I wrote down, use incentives to stay motivated. Dreading to do your homework, reward yourself if you do it. Like after you do your homework, reward yourself. That can include like getting food, hanging out with your friends, getting ice cream, FaceTiming your boyfriend, your girlfriend, going out to eat with your family, whatever. But reward yourself after you complete an assignment that you thought was so dreading. And the last one that I have is put your phone away. You do not need a distraction, okay? Like pretend this is class. Some professors and some teachers don't like when your phone is out and about. They don't like when you're on it. They think it's rude or whatever. I mean, I can see that. But pretend you're in class. Don't get your phone in the way, okay? You can like switch up your music if you have your AirPods, Beats, your headphones, whatever in. You can switch up your music, but don't go on TikTok. Don't go on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube. Get off your phone. You do not need it. You need to do your schoolwork. I hope today's video helped you guys out. I know some of these tips were very like, duh, Erika, like I knew those, but like I feel like not a lot of people actually think, oh, I need to do this to succeed. But these are all the steps that I've used to succeed with online classes, and they've worked pretty good. I've done pretty good in my online classes. I've passed all of them with great grades. My GPA has boosted up, thankfully. But I feel like these are some tips that everyone needs to know, even if you're like, obviously those are the obvious ones. But sometimes even if they are the obvious ones, you're still not gonna do that. So I'm here to tell you, well, I was here to tell you what you needed to do to succeed for online school. But that is all for today's video. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed it. If so, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you'll be subscribed to my channel. And my social media is always linked down below in the description, so if you want to go ahead and follow my Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and even add me on Snapchat if you like, that is always linked down below in the description. One last thing, I want to let you guys know that I'm actually doing a school supplies giveaway. If you guys would like to enter, the link to my video and to watch everything that's going to be included in the rules and when it starts, when it ends, will be linked down below. So make sure you go ahead and check that out if you guys would like to enter. There's just 5 simple rules, really easy. So make sure you go ahead and enter so you guys can give yourself a chance to win. That is all for today's video. That is all I have to say. And I love you guys so much. See you guys for my next video. Bye.